What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Jake Brown Podcast. Happy 2024. 2024, we made it. It's a new year. You know, I was looking for some different music. I figured, new year, kind of fresh start kind of thing, which is stupid because it's really not a fresh start. It's a continuation of what I started last year. But, hey, maybe I want to upgrade the old intro music. Yeah, no. You know how hard it is to find music that you want to commit to for any period of time. What I did find though is some good music for an outro. So at the end of the show today, I feel like the hardest part that I'm struggling with this show is like how to end it, you know? Like why is ending something always so difficult? Like phone calls where you're just like, oh, okay, okay, bye, bye, okay, bye." You just hang up. Sometimes I just hang up. Well, I don't know how to end this. I don't know how to end this damn show. So I feel like every episode, I get toward the end and it's like I do all my worst rambling at that point where I just need to shut the fuck up and just end it. So I found a song, a non-copyright song, so YouTube hopefully won't fucking delete my episode. Uh, I found a song. It's nice and chill. It's nothing too crazy. Nothing like super aggro, bro. Like it's just it's a good way to exit an episode. So for this episode 21, the first of the new year 2024, I'm gonna try a different song at the end. And I've done some, but I think I think this is gonna be a good one. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, I hope everyone survived the holiday seasons as best you could, at least. I hope everyone was safe on New Year's Eve and had a great night. Uh, we kept it very low key. Okay, that's what we do here in this house. Very low key. Had some friends over, cooked a lovely dinner, played some this game, like a domino kind of game, which I got absolutely fucking hosed on, by the way. I was winning this whole game, and I was primed to win overall. And I had one bad fucking hand. Oh, it's all it took. And I could not recover. I'm still so annoyed that by one hand I lost everything. And those of you who are there, you know what happened. You know exactly what happened. But aside from that little snafu, everything was good. Everything was great. The food was amazing that my girlfriend cooked. The company was fantastic. And the best part, in bed by 10 o'clock and essentially sound asleep. I think I woke up at like 4:30 and I was like, oh, I missed it. So, yeah, at my age, I don't care about New Year's Eve. You are never gonna find me out at bars on New Year's Eve. I don't wanna party. Yeah, I just wanna stay home off the roads and smoke a little hippie lettuce and just relax with friends. That's what I wanna do. And that's what I did. And I can't think of a better way to end one year. And then the other best way to start the year was going and riding dirty bikes. Heck yeah. Well, it would have been fun. Oh, wait. So I'm going to I got two stories that I'm going to tell, okay, in a little bit. Both of them involve me being a dipshit. All right. Both stories. Me, this guy with two thumbs pointing at my own face, being a dipshit. All right. One of them has to do with riding dirt bikes. The other one has to do with track and field. But back to New Year's Day, I guess if there's ever a great day to go ride trails, really anywhere in this country, it's gonna be New Year's Day because most people, all they wanna do is nurse their hangover and watch college football. That's it. That's all people wanna do. So, we go out to the place that we ride during the winter, Tahuya, out in Belfair. There's, like, nobody there. The trails were just dead. I feel like we had everything to ourselves. Now, we saw a few people here or there, really not very many people. I think we saw more people with, like, side-by-sides and, like, Jeeps that were out doing their thing, their little slow rock climbers, than we did, like, people on dirt bikes. I mean, it was great. So, for me personally, I can't think of a better way to start 2024 than doing wheelies on trails and trying not to run into trees. It was so much fun. I think my friend and I, we did some single track excursions and my girlfriend and my other friend, they stayed behind. Um so we ended up doing a little over about like 32 miles when it was all said and done. So it was a great day. I can't think of a better way. Such everyone should just go to Motorsports of Olympia and just go buy a dirt bike, either buy a Yamaha or buy a KTM, and then go to the trails and go practice doing wheelies and pivot turns and all your cool enduro skills that you're going to need when you then start racing. And you're going to love it and you're going to thank me. So go do that. All right. Uh, I wanted to clarify something today because I feel like there may have been a little bit of a misunderstanding. So, oh, geez. One of the last episodes I did, maybe second to last, I dumped on New Year's resolutions pretty hard, and I stand by everything that I said. Fuck those things. I don't like them. I never will like them. Now, where some of the confusion may have come into play, I am not against goal setting, all right? Goals are a good thing to do, especially when it comes to bettering yourself from a physical fitness standpoint. All right. I think we need goals to help keep us accountable, to help keep us on track, help keep us moving forward and not being stagnant. You know, if you write stuff down, chances are you're going to stick to those things. So if write out, 1, 2, 5, 10 goals, 10's a lot. Like, let's try to keep it to, you know, no more than five initially. If you write down 5 goals, I feel like you're just gonna hold yourself more accountable than had you just kept those internally in your head. And if you share those 5 goals with someone, well, now you have someone else who's also helping keep you accountable. So, yes, I think both things can be true. I can hate New Year's resolutions because all you're doing is delaying the stuff that you should be doing immediately, but I am in favor of goal setting and having benchmarks and targets to shoot for and to work towards. Okay. So, yes, this is the new year. We are at the tip top of January here. Uh, write some goals out. What goals would you have from a physical fitness standpoint? And by physical fitness, I don't just mean exercise, I'm also including nutrition in that. All right? Because you can't have one without the other. They literally go hand in hand. All right? You're not going to meet any of your physical fitness goals if you're fueling your body with garbage. Okay? So, and you can eat as healthy as you want, but if you just sit on the couch and don't do shit, you're never going to get in better shape. All right? You're not going to build muscle clicking a remote, watching movies while you eat a quinoa salad. That's not how that works. So you need one. You need both, not just I'm sorry. You need both, not just one. Okay? So by all means, I am encouraging, I am demanding, in fact, that you all write down 5 physical fitness slash nutritional goals for this new year. And I don't care what they are. It could be, I want to be able to walk around the block without getting winded. Perfect. Write it down. I want to cut a quarter of my total sugar intake out of my diet. Perfect. Do it. Cut it out. Everything, every goal that we write down, everything that we have in our heads that we want to do, I feel like writing that goal down is that first step to doing it. But you got to do it. You got to get it on paper, or you got to tell someone what these goals are so you can keep yourself accountable, and so you can have other people help keep you accountable as well. There is absolutely no reason at all that you need to go through this journey, this struggle, and it is a struggle, all right? Don't get me wrong. I struggle with some things as much as anybody does. It is a struggle, it is a fight. It's literally a fight for your life to a certain extent. You do not have to go through that alone. I don't want anyone to go through that alone. All right? So talk to someone else. Partner up with someone who's maybe in a similar set of circumstances, or where maybe your goals are paralleling each other. There's no reason that you guys can't overcome and meet your goals, meet your targets together. And it definitely makes it a hell of a lot easier when, the person next to you is having the same blood, sweat, and tears that you are, fighting the same fight that you're fighting. All right. Don't do this alone. I mean, if you want to do it alone, like I'm kind of more of a solo type person. So in my head, I just become hyper fixated. When I decide I'm going to do something, I just fucking go for it, full speed ahead. And that's just how my brain works. But there are times, and for me, mainly, it's been from a nutritional standpoint, that when I have set goals, or I mean, maybe even in my example here, boundaries and restrictions, okay, that are pretending to be goals, uh, I knew that I knew I was too weak to do that by myself. All right. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. And that's okay. It's okay. It's 100% okay to admit that maybe you're too weak to do something and you need some help. I needed help. Okay. I had to tell my girlfriend, hey, I am chilling out on sugar. I am not keeping the stuff in my house. I am not going to have the snacks. Uh, you can do what you want in your house. Like, I get it. It's your house. I'm not telling you what to keep. And I swear, before I even finished that sentence, she was like, done. It's out of the house. Whatever you need help with, I will help you with. And having that level of support made a huge difference when it came to, hands down, my biggest vice, which is sugar. I needed help. I'm not strong enough to overcome sugar on my own. Okay. So I would encourage you, yes, write goals, type them out on your phone, somewhere where you can refer to them. Tell a friend, fuck it, post them on Instagram, share them with everyone, and say, hey, what are your guys' goals? You know, ask people what their goals are. I feel like, goals are a lot like our salaries. It's such a stigma to talk about money in this country, and it doesn't really make sense to me, because really we just end up working against each other, as opposed to leveraging what other people are making to benefit ourselves. Except everyone is so goddamn hush hush about how much money they make that, if you're asking for a raise, you can never say, "Oh, well, so and so is making this much. I wanna make that much." And I'm sure some people are gonna disagree with me, "Oh, that's private. That's private. That's none of your business." Well, I don't know, whatever. Most of my adult life has been spent working in some form of government. So, everything that I make is all subject to public disclosure anyway. So, like, there's no secrets with how much money I make. It's all available. All you have to do is, file a request and you're gonna get my entire pay scale that I've ever had pretty much at any job I've ever had. Um, but put your goals out there. I promise you, it will help keep you accountable, all right? Especially in the beginning. I mean, let's be honest. It takes what does it take? What does it take to make an activity a routine? Is it like 4 weeks or 6 weeks or something like that? Where if you do something on a daily basis over and over and over, it takes like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that, um, to to for it to become a routine that you just do without even thinking about it, okay? So, the danger zone for all of our goals that we all set, that danger zone is that first 1 to 2 months. Let's be honest. That first 1 to 2 months, it's real easy to create an excuse to get out of doing what we need to do to reach those goals, all right? So I would encourage you, write them down, type them in the notes portion of your phone, text them to a friend, post them online. If you're gonna keep them to yourself, I don't know, man, maybe tell someone, "Hey, I set some fitness goals for myself. Just check in on me once a week. Ask me if I'm doing what I need to be doing to reach those goals. I'm not comfortable sharing them with you yet, but just ask me how they're going." All right? Sometimes we just need that little kick in the butt to keep us moving in the right direction, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that. Again, yes, I fucking hate New Year's resolutions. They're stupid. They're absolutely stupid. But no, I do not hate goals. I do think goals are important to set and to work for, and they're gonna change, you know? I mean, you meet one goal and if you're dedicated and, you're doing all the things that you need to be doing and you're focused and you're committed, you're going to reach your goals. I'm not gonna tell you a fucking time frame that it's gonna happen because that's ridiculous. All our bodies are different, but eventually you're going to start meeting your goals. So what do you do then? Do you just quit? Oh, I met a goal. Well, I'm done, I guess. Fuck no, you're not done. You set new goals. You continue to challenge yourself. You continue to push yourself. All right? So do it, please. I'm just asking. I'm trying to ask nice. I want everyone out there to be happy and healthy and able to enjoy their lives to the fullest of whatever your capability is. All right? And I think that an important part of that is goal setting. So please set some goals. Honestly, I some of the goals I have like it's how do I want to phrase this? A revolving door of goals. It's kind of the same goals that repeat and they all kind of center around like, okay, my sugar intake. I want it to be I try to reduce a little bit, each time. Um, but hey, you still gotta live a little bit, and I still like pie and cinnamon toast crunch. So I'm gonna have that every once in a while. And I like my Reese's stuff. So like I'm gonna still live. But when I'm not living, I can chill out on that kind of thing. And I will say another goal of mine that I don't want to say we d- we decided this last year, my girlfriend and I, that in February we get the fuck out of the Northwest for a week. We get out of here. It doesn't matter where. Well, it does matter where. because I'm not gonna leave Washington and then go to fucking Oregon. All right. I'm going somewhere where it's sunny the entire time that we're gone. So last year it was Hawaii. This year it's Jamaica. Next year, no clue where it's going to be, but I know it's going to be somewhere sunny. And for me and my mental health, that's what I need to continue being happy and to continue meeting my physical fitness goals that I have for myself. Um, but that's what I need for me. So you got to figure out what you need for you. All right. So keep them simple, keep them basic. Don't make them so outlandish that you're not able to achieve them. Set goals you can achieve. You got to have an honest conversation with yourself about where you are in your fitness, where you are in your nutrition. You got to be brutally honest with yourself. All right. If right now you have a very hard time, walking around the block, you probably shouldn't set a fucking goal of running a marathon in 6 weeks. You're just setting yourself up for failure and frustration, and then you're gonna quit everything and you're just gonna eat fucking Cheetos on the couch and watch movies. All right. Set realistic goals, but that means you have to have a tough conversation with yourself, or maybe with a therapist, or with your physician, or with a friend, whoever. But set realistic goals. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on. Uh, I said I had two stories. All right. And I think I might start a new segment here at some point. It's going to be stupid shit that Jake does. Hey, welcome. Welcome to stupid shit that Jake does. In this first segment, um, I was supposed to ride dirt bikes 2 times. 2 times in a 3-day span. So the Saturday before New Year's Eve, all right? That's Saturday this past weekend, was supposed to ride dirt bikes. Everything was going well. I got the truck loaded up with the bikes and the gear. We hit the road. We're driving. We get about 10 miles outside of the city, and I realized, "Ah, shit, I forgot my backpack that has my camel pack in it." And, I put my wallet and my phone and my keys in there, and I keep my snacks in there. Like, I need my backpack, okay? I race with my backpack. Like, I need my backpack. It's almost like a safety blanket for me at this point. I feel weird. I've done some rides without it. I feel naked without my backpack on, okay? So, fucking turn around, and I drove all the way back to Olympia, and I walk in my garage, and I walk inside the little room that's in my garage where I keep my gear because it's heated in there, and I grab my backpack, and I go back to the truck, and then we drive all the way out to Belfair, and we unload the bikes, and I'm so excited to ride, and I got my bike warming up, and I get my gear out of the truck, and I hop in the truck bed, and I start to change, and I go to grab my boots. No boots. No boots, because I'm a dipshit. Not only did I forget my backpack, my boots from the last ride were sitting by my furnace because, hot air is kinda radiating out of there, so it dries them out quicker. I forgot to grab my boots. I essentially forgot to grab my boots 3 times. Once when I loaded the truck the first time, the second time when I came back for my fucking backpack, and then the third time, is there a third time? I don't know. I mean, probably the night before when I started getting stuff ready, and how I didn't realize that my little tub with all my gear in it didn't have the boots in there. I have no idea. And, bless my friends' hearts, they're like, "Oh, we'll wait if you wanna drive back an hour to Olympia." I'm like, "No, I'm not driving all the way back to Ole to grab my boots, to then turn around and drive all the way back, to then we only have, like, 2 hours of daylight." Like, that's ridiculous. And I'm not gonna go to Bremerton to some fucking random dealer and spent $450 on another set of boots. My boots are perfectly fine. They just are missing in action right now. So I was upset. I was embarrassed. I was really angry with myself. And I gotta be honest, that was a long ride home in a very quiet truck. I just I didn't wanna say anything. But as soon as we got home, I was like, "All right, I had the drive home to have my pity party. I'm done pouting. Let's just look forward to New Year's Eve." So, yeah, that was a little annoying, mainly because I missed out. One, I mean, my girlfriend didn't get to ride, so I felt bad for her, but I missed out on a great day, that was sunny out, like, it would've been a great day of riding, and I was fucking pissed that I didn't get to have 2 days of riding to end the year. I only had 1. I know. I know. I'm such a drama queen baby, but shit happens. Uh, so now since I'm on this subject of, stupid shit that Jake does, I wanna tell a little story, and this is a true story, okay? This is 100% true. If anyone out there ran track with me in college, maybe you will remember this, maybe you won't. I think it may have been this may have been it was either my sophomore or my junior season. Um, and we had a track meet at the University of Washington. So we show up early in the morning like we always did at our facilities, and we got stipend for food, so we got like meal money. So they gave us, it was I think we were in Seattle for 2 days. So, we got so much money per day for food. And we get everything loaded up in the old vans that we had, and we hit the road. And I don't know at what point between, uh, Western Oregon University and it was typically when we would run up in Washington or, up at UW or wherever up north, we would always stop in Kelso, Washington, okay? That little town with the K on the hill, right by Longview. So we'd stop there because there was, like, a Safeway and there's some fast food places, and it was the '90s, like, people ate fast food because I don't know, we didn't really realize that it was terrible and probably killing us at that point. Um, so it was just a good little halfway point to stop and get some food and stretch our legs. So I had realized, I don't know, at probably, like, Vancouver, okay, battleground area, my wallet is gone. I have no fucking clue what I did with my wallet. Now, oh, you'd think, did you put your meal money in it? No, I had my meal money in my pocket. I had no idea where my wallet was. Okay. Which means that, my debit card, I think I had one credit card, my ID, all gone. No clue where the fuck it's at. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, it'll turn up. It's somewhere. It'll turn up. So we stop and kill, and so there's thing number one that went wrong that trip. So there's thing number one. Okay. So we exit at Kelso and we park at this, I believe, now it wasn't a Safeway. There's another grocery store that's right there. It's right by the McDonald's. We park in the parking lot and everybody starts getting out of the vans. I'm the last person to get out of, like, the van that I was riding in, with all my friends and everything. And everyone's just, for whatever reason, everyone that was on the trip was just standing in the parking lot kinda talking. No one had decided where they were going or walked off. I get out of the van, and one foot hits the parking lot, the second foot hits the parking lot, and then a bird shits on my head. Like, immediately, as soon as both feet hit the parking lot, I get shit on by a crow, and it was disgusting. I mean, disgusting crow shit. That might be he might be the one who did it. It was so fucking gross. It had this weird aroma to it. I almost felt like it was burning my skin. I mean, and I was like, "Oh my it is dripping down my face." Oh my god, it was so disgusting. So someone found napkins in the van, and I wiped my face off, and I went in the bathroom, and I am, like, just scrubbing my skin to get this bird shit out of my pores. Oh my god, I was just mortified. It was so gross. So, okay, I get some food, everyone laughs, "Ha ha ha, you got shit on." I'm like, "Ha ha ha, motherfuckers. Yeah, I got shit on." Uh, Road trip continues. We get to Seattle and, you know, get our hotels, and my, uh my roommate when we traveled, Mike, great guy. We always roomed together on all our trips, wherever we went in the country, him and I were always roomies. And I'm unpacking stuff. I'm getting like my uniforms all ready for the next day. And I'm looking through my stuff and I'm like, "Oh, you have got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me." I forgot all my underwear. I had no underwear. None. I packed everything that I needed except the one thing that I needed, if you know what I'm saying. And I say that because in college, sprinters, we wore speed suits, which they are really no different than like a wrestling singlet. They are spandex and they are tight and they show everything. They show everything. And the last thing you want is anything not secured when you're trying to sprint. Okay. And I was like, "You have got to be fucking kidding me." So now I've lost my wallet. I got shit on by some nasty disease-infested crow, and then somehow managed to not pack any underwear except for the pair that I was currently wearing. And I was like, "Man, you've gotta be fucking kidding me." So I'm like, "All right." So our hotel was up by UW. There's lots of places to go shop there. I'll just go buy some underwear at a store. I will find a store and I will buy underwear. You would think it would be that easy. It was not. I could not find a fucking store that sold underwear. The only underwear that I found were boxer briefs at the Gap, and they came in like a pack of 2 and they were like $30. That was like a big chunk of my meal money. I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Fuck it. Fine. Fine. I will buy the boxer briefs. I don't know how I'm gonna wear these things when I run. It's gonna look like I have a fucking diaper on because our uniforms were red, okay, like red and black, but predominantly red. So you see every little crease and crevice, you see everything. The color red hides nothing. You know how they say black is slimming? Well, fucking red is magnifying. And if anything, it's just gonna draw more attention to me. And I was like, well, I mean, this is the best of all my options right now. This is the best of all my options. Okay. So I buy the underwear. We go eat, and there was this one little Italian place that we'd always go to when we ran at UW, and I don't remember the name of it. But even like the food wasn't very good that night, and I should have known, I should have known between the no wallet, the getting shit on by Carson the Crow, okay, by not packing underwear, and then the only thing I could find were boxer briefs, and then having a real subpar dinner at a normally very consistently good Italian restaurant. Man, I should have just faked an injury. I should have just faked an injury at that point, but I didn't. You know what I did? Put those fucking boxer briefs on, Put my speed suit on anyway. I didn't even care at that point. I mean, and I know everybody was looking. I know they're looking. I mean, that's the thing about track, and maybe no one will admit it, okay? Well, I'm gonna say what is not said. Everybody's looking. Everybody's looking at everything, all right? You're wearing you're wearing a spandex speed suit. Trust me, bro, everyone's looking. So, I got these fucking boxer briefs on under my red spandex, speed suit, and they're, like, all bunched up. They don't fit the way that they don't fit. They're not the preferred undergarment for track and field. Maybe if you're a thrower, like, cool, go ahead, wear them. But for sprinting, no. No, not preferred. I ran absolutely atrocious at a place that I had some success at in college. I ran pretty well up there, and I ran absolutely horrible. I mean, horrible. One of my worst meets. One of my worst collegiate meets. Okay, it was just bad. It was just bad across the board. I don't think I did anything well over those 2 days that we were running. I didn't do anything well. All right. So, and at this point, I'm pretty much out of money. Okay. So I still have no wallet. I'm out of money. Um, we stopped somewhere to eat and I had to borrow money. I was like, "Hey, can I get some, can I get some money?" And I don't know, I think Mike had some money that he gave me, or maybe one of the coaches, like, "Seriously, you lost your wallet?" And me losing my wallet, little side note, that was not the first time. I lost my wallet constantly. Actually, to this day, I very rarely carry a wallet because I always lose it. I don't know where the fuck it is most of the time. I leave it at home. I have a picture of my license that I keep in my phone, and nowadays, you can just tap to pay, like, with your phone. So I keep a credit card and I keep my debit card that are loaded on my phone, so I can just tap. So, yeah, like, I get it, "Oh, you gotta have your license on you to operate a motor vehicle." Okay, shut the fuck up. Like, if you wanna write me a ticket because my fucking license isn't on, when here's a picture of it and you can run my name in your system, like, you'll know that I'm me. I'm not trying to pull one over on you. I'm just sick and tired of always losing my wallet. So I don't even carry that damn thing. Um, so I had, like, no money left. Okay. So, people donated to my stupid cause and then of being an idiot, and I was able to eat. So we're on our way home and now it's a little later. We stop at a rest stop. Okay. And I wanna say, and I don't remember exactly which rest stop it was, but I know typically when we'd stop at rest stops, we would always kinda park far away. That way, it forces you to walk a little bit, stretch your legs, and you want that anyway, especially after competing. The lactic acid is very real. Um, Whether you're a sprinter or a distance runner or a middle distance, it don't matter. The lactic acid is a real thing, and sometimes it's nice just to go for a little walk when you've been cooped up in a van. So we park at this rest stop and it's, pretty far away from the bathrooms, and I get out of the fucking van. God, this is so annoying. This is now, and for anyone who is out there keeping tally of all the shit things that happened, this is now number 6. Okay. I get out of the van, and where we were parked, I had to step onto some grass. Well, it's dark and there's no lights that are there. And, if you know me, you know I'm always wearing sandals. So I got sandals on this time, like I always do. I took a step in this grass, and I don't know what the fuck happened. The next thing I know, my feet are over my head and I am log rolling down a muddy hill into basically a fucking swamp. So now I got no underwear. I got no wallet. I got no money. I got shitty races. And to top it all off, I slip and roll down a muddy hill into a fucking swamp. Like, what are the odds of that happening? What are the odds that of all the bad things that were going to happen on one road trip, it was going to culminate with me slipping and rolling down a muddy hill into a swamp? I mean, I don't think many people would have had muddy hill into a swamp on their bingo cards. Let's be honest. I definitely did not have that. So then, of course, there were people there, and of course they were laughing. I'm now covered in fucking mud. I have to change my clothes in the parking lot because I'm covered in mud. I have mud everywhere at this point, and I'm so pissed. I am so pissed. All right? So I march to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I march back. We get in the van and we drive all the way back. Do you want to know the one good thing that happened on that trip? You want to know the one good thing that happened? Somehow my wallet magically turned up as soon as we pulled in to our stadium parking lot, which almost leads me to think that someone hid it from me, but no one ever came forward. I mean, this has been, I don't know, 25 years. No one has come forward. No one has ever owned it that they took my wallet and hid it, but it showed up. So at least I got my wallet back. I didn't have much of my pride left. I had a lot of laundry to do. I didn't have any underwear to wash. And I know what, maybe some of you are thinking, well, why didn't you just wear the underwear that you were wearing on the drive up to run in? Well, two reasons. One, I didn't think of it. And two, I'm not fucking nasty. Okay. I'm not wearing dirty underwear. That's not what I do. I don't wear dirty underwear. All right. So that's why that didn't happen. Those two reasons are why that didn't happen. Okay. All right. That was ridiculous. I'm still so upset. Not about like the losing of the wallet, of running crappy. I mean, I was always angry when I ran like shit. But like I could get over that. We had more meets. I always rebounded. I was mad that I slipped and rolled down a muddy hill into a swamp. That's what really pissed me off, especially in the moment. It was just like the icing on the cake, you know? That was the creme de la creme. It doesn't get any worse than that. That was the low, literally low, because I was actually below the parking lot. I was below my elevation. I actually managed to get lower. I managed somehow to get fucking lower, literally and figuratively, when I rolled down that muddy hill into that swamp. So, hey man, if you ever think you're having a bad day, just be thankful that you have clean underwear and your wallet and you didn't roll down a hill into a swamp. Okay? So just be thankful for that. I'm gonna try to recall some more stupid fucking things that I have done in my life for the Jake is an idiot segment of the Jake Brown podcast. Hey, if you have some stupid stories, I would love to hear them. Okay? I would love to hear them. All right? Feel free. You can comment under this episode on Spotify at Jake Brown Pod on Instagram and X/Twitter. Feel free to shoot me a DM. I do post these episodes on Twitter, so you can leave a comment under the appropriate episode, which will be episode 21. That is 100% my show for today. Oh, yeah. Do you hear that? That's not bad. That's not bad, right? Yeah, see? I did good with this one. I think I did good with this one. It's just nice and chill, little outro music. I just got to work on like maybe what I'm going to say to leave a show. Like I listened to some other podcasts. Some of them, they just end really abruptly. I don't want to like just end abruptly. I don't know if I want to have like some weird catchphrase either. I'm not much of a catchphraser. I always say like, I'll talk to you later, because that's what I say to all my friends, which really that's what I'm saying still to my friends. So again, Happy New Year. Set some goals. Make 2024 the best fucking year that you can possibly make it. And I will talk with you soon.